Hello beautiful people, welcome to Happy Fields Veganic Family Farm. This is my little homestead. Welcome to my channel. Excited to show you final product, and we're gonna do a little farm tour today. We got blue oyster mushrooms, lion's mane mushrooms, base my farm around that guy, mushroom combo pack, some blue oysters, shiitake, and mushroom and lion's mane. I do it in powder, dry them all. Selling flowers. Flowers are not looking as hot these days because we're getting in the 30s. Got some spider plants. Last tomatoes of the season. I'm a zero chemical farm, no till. This is honor system, Venmo, credit card, or cash drop box. You got cukes, sage, and thyme. I pulled my basil out today. It wasn't looking too good. I sold 2 of them, 2 of the 3. We start in the front yard. Raspberries. We got spring and fall, and strawberries. Whole front strawberries, and with mint starting to go crazy. It's a learned lesson on how mint takes over the world. Just little cosmos just at the tip, little flowers, and this is my baby. So this is a honey locust tree. Honey locust tree theoretically should feed this whole little area. Fertilize the whole little area. I got some that flew in the yard, we'll take care of that. But yeah, this should be a pretty live channel. I don't plan on doing much editing. Oh, and I got a grape that's gonna be growing up it too. Not doing too hot, but that thing it should still survive. It'll come back next year. Yeah, so that's what we sell 24/7. That's I've been doing that for about a year now, a little more than a year. So we had spring raspberries, fall raspberries. Oh, the fall raspberries are to die for, by the way. Zero chemicals ever. Real food. Delicious. And this will all eventually be blackberries. Those are the big blackberries, and I started propagating it. Yes, we got weeds all over the place. Healthiest thing for soil is roots in the ground, so you'll see my farm is quite weedy compared to what some people might like. The inputs, chipchop.com is awesome, by the way. Lots of wood chips. That's still from last year. Compost that pretty much I don't even need much anymore, but I'll still throw it on the beds before the winter hits. Hopefully, I should be able to make that happen. I'll take you around, take you with me for that. Drew some artichokes to shade out the house, serve 2 purposes, and we get a little tuber. I'm gonna harvest a couple a little bit, but I won't even mess with them too much. I don't want too many fartichokes in my life. If you know what they are, you'll know that reference. They make you toot. So yes, I have 4 kids. I work 100 hours a week full-time trying to get this homesteaded farm, but so things are busy. The kids play area, don't worry about that stuff. It's okay, things happen and life is crazy, but and even my farm's crazy, but that's good. It means I'm busy and being productive, as productive can be. Here's a walk-in cooler, makes my farm able to be possible. Not much action in there right now, but still a couple one more backup on the blue oysters. I got some other mushrooms, dried mushrooms, a couple bags of harvested mushrooms. They'll probably be packaging tonight. That's that. Cool bot system tricks that guy into being cooler than it is, and he thinks it's cooler. Thinks it's hotter than it really is. There you go. So it keeps running. Sheep mulching is how we do the. I'm a no-till farm, no-till ever, on this property of 6 years. We've been selling for 4 years to the public, 2 years, CSA for those other 2. Things are crazy, yes. A grape that I'm actually eventually going to take out because there's some big seeds in there. One of the first errors I had, I was excited to plant grapes. Know that you you get a good variety. That's all I'm saying with the grapes. Something you're gonna enjoy, because I got a couple that are just a bunch of seeds. So actually I do hand press them into kombucha, which I'll show you that in a video someday. We'll see. I'm on the kombuchas. I'm on a pause right now until I get licensing to go to the stores. Got 3 grocery stores now and less CSA, so we're transitioning from CSA to grocery. Yeah, so long story short, on the grapes, know your variety, know you're gonna enjoy it. Right now we got about 50 grapes going. I was trying to show you that as we're going, but yeah, grapes are a long-term thingy, and know what you want to get before you get it in the ground. But it's okay. Everything comes and goes. Nothing's forever. Bless you. So we got yellow ands popping through here. This is pretty much going to eventually be yellow and raspberries, the whole thing. I'm put kale now just to be, and, you know, so this is a heavy deer area right here. That's the neighbor's yard. But heavy deer area. So the one thing I've learned, the deer don't really care for the kale. So since this area isn't fenced, I got all the other stuff in the fence that the deer can't get to. Beautiful purple kale. Zero chemicals ever, guys. You get a little broth of this. That's my favorite thing to do with it. Mix it into salads. Not huge kale eater, but I know what it is for you, and I try to get more. And one of my customers puts me to shame on how much kale she eats compared to me, so I always feel that I need to eat more kale. But yeah, yellow ands popping through here. So I planted yellow ands, and then within the next 2 years, this should all be yellow ands popping out here. I suppose we can go back this way. So welcome again. Thank you for being here. If you're interested in this kind of thing, which you might be, that's why you got here. We're resonating on the same things. Hit a subscribe. Hit a like. Maybe throw a comment. Be blessed. I'm trying to get this thing rolling. So this is the neighbor's land. I tried getting the land, but it is what it is. Stuff happens. I couldn't get the land. Things are crazy right now. This is my favorite grape of all time. So I did get, like I said, 1 grape going 3 years ago. It's not pretty because I've been taking it and putting it everywhere. But it's I'm blessed for this beautiful Somerset grape. I'm in Minnesota, zone 4B. We used to be 4A, now 4B. So we get cold, so I kind of limited on the grape variety, but did find a super awesome one. It's a little purple guy and it's super sweet. So things are chaotic. Yes, we're at the end of the season. I let things go to seed. I let things go crazy. I like more green the better. Again, so so I'm a no-till farm, and I do feel, and I've heard from multiple people that roots in the ground is the best thing for the soil. So probably a shout out to Farmer Jesse on that one. Probably learned that from that dude. But yeah, so when I do want to weed, I'll just come through. I'll come through with, not this, I'll come through with a scythe, or I'll come through and just clip all these and leave the roots in there and decompose into the beds. But it is chaotic, and I got annihilated by bunnies this year, like 20 bunnies, maybe 15. Yeah, okay, I exaggerated a little bit. All right, keep going. Greenhouse. So another big project when I first got here, putting this guy on, got it donated from my uncle. But putting that little knee board on was huge, and making sure everything was lined up since it's glass. Big project, beautiful project, so worth it. So specialize in microgreens, broccoli microgreens in particular. Another thing keeps me that I base my farm around, keeps me going season long. Broccoli microgreens, highest anti-cancer food known to man. Don't quote me on some of these things. I might have to say that, disclaimer, but I know it's really good for you. Sulforaphane content's off the charts, and yeah, and I can do this thing year long, so I will go inside very soon here when it starts getting too cold to be out in the greenhouse. But as of right now, and I should have my fan on. I brought my fan in the other room for a little bit, but my fan would normally be blowing on these things through here. I got a nice wind coming from behind, some nice movement going on here. So yeah, Beautiful broccoli microgreens. Lion's mane mushrooms, broccoli microgreens. Lion's mane mushrooms. And don't quote me on these things again. I don't know what I have to learn what to say about that, but anti-dementia, anti-Alzheimer's, proven to have some of those kind of capabilities. Creates neuroplasticity in your brain. Beautiful mushroom all along, and both high in ergothiamine too. Oh, shiitake as well. So all three mushrooms that I specialize are high in ergothiamine. Beautiful new molecule they're checking out. If I say something's wrong here and there, it is what it is. But bless you for knowing I'm just trying to do the best I can, and I'm learning as I'm going. And that's the whole fun of this thing. So microgreen world right now, and this is still where I propagate some other plants and do some stuff like that. But greenhouse is awesome. I'm starting to transition maybe to my own mushroom blocks. So I can get rid of some of the plastic, and then as you see, I wasted plastic failing on my first attempt. But this was, I kicked them outside because they weren't doing too good inside in my colonization. And yeah, now they're not working outside. So I will have to throw all that plastic away because it's plastic and porous, and I don't want to even try my next batch in those guys. But I will eventually figure out how to get away from plastic bags, or the majority of it. As of right now, I just use plastic bags from my growers that make the bags, and then I do that third step where I just open it up and expose it to the right humidity and all that stuff. Back garage mess, compost area, which I don't do much compost. Everything's in situ. So yeah, my compost is like no compost this year, except for a fallen tree. I drew some artichokes just to kind of block it out from the people that will be driving by on that road past the railroad tracks. I'm on a tiny little end lot here, which is pretty nice. So not much action from other people, and that's great, at least right here. But yeah, this is railroad land. I do take care of it for now, and have for the 5 years, because I've let it go pretty crazy one year and I didn't want it to go all the seed. That was actually before I cared much about weed seed banks and all that stuff, which maybe I should in the future, but I'm kind of small farm, and I feel like I can take care of my weeds when I need to, if I need to be honest. So here, down to the end, is going to be raspberries, planting raspberries, and they might end up sneaking that way. We'll see. I don't know. Just as an idea. Awesome raspberries all the way down, so like 300 feet of raspberries. So I'm turning into a fruit farm. I've learned the fruit brings the people in. I'm zero chemicals, real fruit. My strawberries, raspberries are awesome. I keep wanting to see BA, but I can't say that. Maybe I can say badass. All right, yeah, they're badass. So I guess it's my channel, so I can say badass if I want to say badass. Yeah, life's blessing, and it's all energy, and words are just words. So take them as you may, and yeah, thank you. This area didn't work at all this year, but that's okay. So I got annihilated by bunnies. I found out that, and yes, I just took off to get this tree in here. Definitely not bunny proof, and they munched my beans, they munched everything in here. So that mid-season I did a thing that I'm wanting to do for a while. Is I've actually, the only thing I do dig on my farm is tomatoes. I have to dig the hole for the frickin' tomatoes, and I do a lot of tomatoes. I'm actually scaling back a little bit on tomatoes until I go full time, and then I'm gonna go bonkers on tomatoes again. I got a super good sun gold variety of tomatoes that I do, and I do believe my tomatoes are top notch. Grown veganically, grown zero chemicals. Yeah, something delicious. So since it failed, and I had a ton of baby tomatoes that I didn't plant in there, and I scaled down, I had about 350 going, and I ended up planting 62 or something like that, 70. And so I had a whole bunch of baby tomatoes plants ready to rock. So, and then this area was already getting beaten up the whole first beginning by the bunnies. So I did no dig tomatoes, where I just laid them on their sides. I made, one here, then one, boom, 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 boom. It was still later in the season, But they did work because you can see them coming through. So if I can, oh man, if I don't have to till or dig my frickin' tomatoes, I would love to do the tomatoes just laid down. So I gotta figure that system out, and we'll make that system work, I believe. Whether or not I have a little box or something, I can just, I don't know. I've been thinking about it, and I don't want to dig those holes anymore for the tomatoes. So it's one big extra thing on one of the highest amount of work crops, for lack of a better term. And I'd rather not dig the holes into my beautiful soil down there, so, and destroy all that yum-yums. So right now I had a down tree, you saw back there, so I kind of cut it up a little bit in the process of cutting it up more, just so things lay down, and through the winter it's going to decompose a little bit, give me a little more nutrition on these beds. For now, what I did do is I planted some apple seeds, so I'm excited. I got apple seeds there, and I'm going to put apple seeds here. I'm eating through some awesome, super awesome local apples, and yeah, hoping to get a couple apple trees rocking here. I've never had a tree. So we do strawberries, raspberries, and we will be doing grapes. But yeah, I tried actually for that back property. That's what I want to do with the orchard, but it is what it is, and hopefully we can get a couple apple trees rocking in here. So we'll see. Everything's lined with comfrey, Bach 14 style, beautiful. Probably my favorite plant on the whole property, to be completely honest. And I only do an oil with it, a topical oil, comfrey plantain oil. This plant has little purple bells at the beginning of the season. The first thing is to kind of hit my property, stay with me, and we'll see next year, which is, I know. Yes, I started at the end of a season where everything is kind of ugly and run down, but sometimes you just got to get things going, and I've been wanting to do this to the channel for a bit, and it's time to rock. So yeah, back to the comfrey biodynamic accumulator. Freaking sends a taproot down there, 12-14 feet ish, something like that. Gathers up the yum-yums down there, mines them things, puts them in their leaves. I can chop and drop them 3 to 4 times a year to feed other areas, or to keep my soil covered if I'm doing a planting on like lettuce planting. You gotta be careful. I have learned that even if I take too much of it and I plant this, or I put this on it, chop drop, I feel like this has grown in an area before. So I mean, I feel like I have to chop it higher or break it down more, because you have to know if you're planting comfrey, it's gonna be there. Every time you chop it, it creates a new area to grow from. So you can, I literally started all these plants from one cutting about that big. 150, that was the first thing I got. I got that and my honey locust seed, my baby honey locust seed, first years when I got here in like a June. So it was late in the season when I got back to Minnesota. So didn't have much to plant, but did get a couple things rocking, and I propagated that first summer, or that first winter, excuse me, to get my comfrey up to like 44 at that time. I think we're at like 150. So I got everything bordered. Comfrey will stop grasses from going in there. Such a beautiful plant. Fully recommend comfrey. Just know where you're going to put it, because it's going to be there forever. From what I'm aware of. I bet you can probably smother it out, and I'm sure you can somehow, but yeah. And also the Bach 14, or even Bach 4. I think those are 2 varieties. They don't, dang, I don't remember what it's called. They can't reproduce, so they stay in their spot, compared to some of these other comfreys that will actually start becoming invasive, is what I've heard. So yeah, that's why I made sure I said those 2 names for a reason. This is kind of medicinal world. Beautiful sage, fresh sage, nothing better than a little smell of fresh sage. Crumble that up. Oh, that's beautiful. Excuse me, take a second here. Oh, I love the sage. Sage, thyme. This is mugwort. Mugwort's lucid dreamings. I actually did harvest it recently for an oil. I maybe should have waited a little bit longer. The seeds are, I believe, create a lot of, they're mucilagenic seed or something like that. So I paired that with my marshmallow root. Second or third year on the marshmallow root, you do got to wait a year before you harvest it. So I paired marshmallow root. I just harvested the other day. That was actually what I wanted to make my first video of doing that, but my GoPro didn't come in time. It came now. So I already made the oil. Yeah. Not nettle. I was just gonna call it nettle. We're gonna talk about nettle. Mugwort. Beautiful plant. Get to know baby. Yeah, mugwort's seeds are I'm pretty sure anti-inflammatory too. I don't know, definitely antibacterial, at least in the leaves, and I'm pretty sure the seeds are too. But I think these seeds might have been a little young, might have learned my lesson on that. We'll see. Someone will try to tell me. Lucid dreaming plant. It's edible 100%. It's a bitter, beautiful plant. Oh, I love that, and I don't even really know why. But I was, years ago when I was kind of figuring out what I wanted to get in this little garden, this was probably my first garden I started with. Actually, it was my first garden I started with. Super excited to get this guy going. From a nutrition for my own body, nutrition for my farm. That's why I lined it with comfrey, as in thoughts for nutrition on the farm. I guess, I mean, it is a cell regenerator, so it is nutrition on the body too. That's why I put it in my oil. But we, what I thought I had nettle, I thought I had a stingy nettle for my friend, ended up being a wild blackberry. So learn my lesson on that, and I'm actually going to cut that one out. I tried cutting it out last year, it didn't do a good enough job. But I want to get nettle in that middle. Nettle is such a beautiful plant too. I found some nettle and I planted it over there. You can actually maybe see it, stick it out. So we'll see about that one. But yeah, hold on, let me see if we're rocking here. Are we still good? We are good. Okay, sorry, that was my first time doing this, so just want to make sure I'm not just talking to myself. I mean, I am talking to myself, but not kind of. Yes! Lemon balm. Okay, yeah. All right then. Lemon balm, beautiful lemon balm, dying back. Such a beautiful plant, Melissa officinalis. I'm not going to go through all the properties and what they are, but calming for the body. Definitely use it in teas, do fresh teas that I put out there sometimes. Didn't as much this year, a very tedious thing. I actually probably put like 5 little fresh teas out there. Lemon balm. And yeah, I did like an echinacea and lavender, lemon balm, kind of a kombu-y thing. Blend a little fresh tea out there. This is gonna eventually St. John's wort, I believe. I got some St. John's wort that I planted over there and didn't work. It was too hot and not enough sunlight, so I ended up transplanting it, but I think that died. Not positive. I knew it died back over there, but I might still have some popping through here eventually, and if not, I'll repropagate some St. John's in there. This is all lavender. Lavender is just probably one of my other favorite plants. It's my baby. I don't know how much, if it's me seeing it or, but yeah, beautiful fresh lavender. And I do love lavender in my kombucha. It's one of my favorite things to put in kombucha. I don't know why, but the freaking lavender kombucha flavor is awesome. So yeah, raspberries, marshmallow plant. I use this thing to hang my herbs. This little wire, little homeschool, old schooly kind of thing. Let's see. Alright. So this was tomato trellising at first. Shout out Josh Satin. He taught me how to do these super easy trellises, and they were awesome. I just did them too short. So I did, I think, 7-foot T-post. I would have done 10, which I did right there. And so that's the new stuff that I've been planting and getting rid of these guys. These are actually now turning into, this is gonna be a strawberry patch now. So I get strawberries, planted them all throughout here this year, and I just did cucumbers just to have me going. And then up every pole, I have a grape. growing, but the bunny smashed this one, bunny smashed that one, got that one a little bit, it looks like. So every T-post there's a grape growing up it. I propagated those for a freaking half a year, so they better make it. I know that one isn't gonna make it, but some of these will make it. Like, yeah, here's the grape. So turn these tomato trellises into, they're now gonna be grape trellises, or whatever those are called. I don't think they're called trellises in grapes, but in the grape world, but something like that. So strawberries on the bottom, grapes on the top, and I got lettuces going to seed, and I just had lettuces planted throughout here through the season. Zinnias, some of the babies are still looking good, but yeah, I'm getting too cold some of my nights. It was 43 or something tonight, or last night, whatever. Yeah, so zinnias, this is my flower I do. Yeah, I love zinnias. I do want to get better at other flowers, but as of now, zinnias have been the winner to at least have some color, and I do sell them. You saw bouquets out there, and some of my CSA customers, and they like it. So I don't know. I will eventually evolve my flower game big time. Time's limited on certain things, but I'm evolving. Keep on going and keep on going. All right, so getting ready for the next year on this area. I did a lot of lettuces this year, and I had all that whole 4 beds planted with carrots, and the bunnies ate all those freaking carrots. And the bunnies got me. Okay, I think I've said that multiple times. Now the last time I say bunnies got me, but they did, big time. So sun golds, and they recently fell, so it's a mess. Whatever, leave me alone. Things are a mess right now, and I can't believe I'm showing you the farm on the mess it is, but it is what it is. Things happen, and life's crazy. So I'll be way better when I have more time. Hit a like and subscribe, and that way I have more time and get rid of my day job. That'd be nice. That's the whole goal. Farmstead this thing. Should we get into the talk? Okay, so the ultimate goal of this farm, and for what I and God through me will accomplish, is changing this food system. Like I said, 0 chemicals ever hit the property. Very adamant about that. Getting real foods in here, making sure we have a mushroom hub on every property. I want to have 2,500 farms, 50 states. I have a name that I'm going to go under with that in mind. Don't want to blast that out right away, just in case someone nabs up my name or something. But yeah, 50 farms, 50 states, pay what you can programs, 0 chemicals, local food. We can do it, like for real. I'm not messing around. There's no point to be going the way we're going from a food culture standpoint in 2024. We're about to be 2025, and this is God's plan too. I'm humbled, and I'm not me as when I can flow with this thing. So blessed to have the intuitions and just the awareness that this is bigger than me, and this plan's bigger than me. So 50 farms, 50 states, 0 chemicals, pay what you can programs, mushroom hub in each one, so we're calorically sustainable. I do believe mushrooms are the food of the future for what we can produce. We just got to sharpen up a couple different things when it comes to plastics, although I literally don't believe that might be a problem, like they say. Don't listen to that one. Believe what you want, everything you want. Okay, there you go. And yeah, so Happy Fields Veganic Family Farm might change to Happy Fields Health Farm. I'm not sure if I'm keeping the veganic thing. I will always grow veganically because I don't need to use any of the other weird stuff. I grow cover crops when I need fertile soils, leave my roots in the ground, no till. I do believe fossil fuel fertilizers are a thing of the past when you grow biodynamically, and just have more than one thing when we don't monocrop stuff. So lots of little farms would definitely help, and little sun gold tomatoes would make people enjoy your little farm. So beautiful little tomato, sweet. Okay, I did the farm thing, got that thing out of the way. So that's the plan on the farm. Now let's roll it. Help me do this thing. Got a big vision, huge vision. And like I say, it's not even me. It's when I say I am, but yeah, humbled and by the grace of the Almighty that lets me do this thing, and that keeps me hungry and keeps me knowing that I have a vision, and my life is for others. Greatest reward is giving yourself to others. Here to serve, and humbled and blessed to be put in this vessel that I rock. I take care of it to be able to work as much as I do, and yeah, okay, enough babbling down. But yeah, blessed to do what I do, love what I do. I don't ever plan. Someone brought up the retirement word the other day, and I don't ever see retiring. I think retiring is for people that don't love what they do and enjoy what they do. So I want to enjoy what I do for the rest of my life. So why do I need to retire from a job like that, or quote unquote job, whatever that is? All right, as I'm just talking in front of a mess. Yeah, yes. All right, so time got out of my hands, but if anything, at least I got some spinach in here. I threw my sheet mulch down, my cardboard pieces, and it's a mess. I didn't even rake it. Everyone's like, whoa, dude, bro, what are you doing? That's awesome. It's a mess, but it's okay. I try to spend more time with my daughter this year, and she just turned 4. I got 4 kids, 4, 8, 13, 16, and this is what messes turn into, but still, love is what's important. And wasn't gonna get a crop in here anyways, but last time I flipped it, so I got lazy. My back was kind of sore at the end of that. I was probably like, frick, it's been like a month now that it's been a mess like this. I haven't even watered it today. As you can tell, it needs watering big time. But I'm gonna get some spinach out of the deal. It is what it is. Beautiful caterpillar tunnel. Farmer's friend action. Shout out on that one. I want to get another one right there. These things are awesome. Gothic style. I do actually have to get up. It came loose in a windstorm like a couple days ago, and down there too. Gothic style 50-footer, and I think I got that 16-inch lift kit on the guy. But this thing's beautiful, man. You can tell my water is super clean, well water, which I love well water, to be honest, instead of city water. So I'll take that any day of the week instead of some city water pumping on my stuff. And the sun comes this way. So east, west, so that side doesn't really matter if it gets super dirty from me watering it, to be honest. That's okay. Everything happens for reasons, and eventually I'll get a new poly or something, maybe not. Yeah, Gothic style, 50-footer, lift kit, and I did like the heavier, I think it's every 4 feet or instead of every 5 feet on the bracketing, just to withstand snow, because we get lots of snow. We didn't actually get any snow last year, but which is crazy, or very, 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 very minimal. But yeah, we can get some snows in the good old Minnesota. So this will eventually be covered. I got grapes growing up, some of my beautiful grapes. This is now, they should actually produce for me next year. I'm still in the process of learning grapes. As I go, kind of I put things in and learn, and then I forget things, and now I have to like relearn grapes again. So I'll probably go to James Prigioni. That's my knowledge from the one. I'll drop that name. Awesome dude. Some of these people are what got me excited about this. You know, I learned all this stuff from YouTube. YouTube scholar for farming, 100%. About like 8-10 years ago, started learning from the beautiful people on YouTube's. Curtis Stone got me in the whole thing, to be honest. Was make 100,000 on a quarter acre or something video. That was it. It started it all. I don't know, I was going vegan style at that, whole food, plant-based vegan style, and wanted to know what was in my food, and I was like, holy shit, what's in my food? Oh my gosh, they're spraying 44 sprays on a strawberry in a hazmat suit, and I said something's gotta change. That's my oldest kid at that age was like 8 years old or something like that. And munching those strawberries, there was chemical laden strawberries. But yeah, okay, ramble. There's a little off tangent, a little sidetrack. Notice again. Oh my gosh, I guess I gotta get better at that. More sharp, concise, Dan. Sharp, Mess. This was arugula, and it actually kind of came back through. It's beautiful arugula if you like arugula, but it's a little long in the tooth now. Actually, very long in the tooth. Pungent as can be at this stage. But yeah, my CSA closed last week, 2 weeks ago, and I didn't even need some of this stuff. So I'm still rocking. Some of my processes are getting better. I got 3 grocery stores. I don't know if I said that. This time last year we had none. I got one about this time last year, maybe a little later in the season. One in April, and just got another one